Cooking Appa.
Hi, this is Cooking Appa. Today Appa is going to make a kuay tiaw汤, but in Penang style. In Penang, there is actually a dish called duck meat kuay tiaw汤. Kuay tiaw, of course, you know, is the rice noodle.汤meaning the soup. So this is duck meat kuay tiaw soup. Okay. So first of all, we need to prepare the soup. Yeah. Then the rest of the ingredients is very simple. So this is how we prepare the soup. Here, what you need here today, I'm going to use 2 pieces of duck thigh. Now, one thing I recently found out is that in the supermarket, I actually managed to find they are selling different parts, different parts of the duck meat. Like the one I bought is the duck whole leg, So the whole packet is actually duck whole leg, and they also have the duck breast meat. So for many people, they only prefer to eat the duck breast meat. They can just buy that pack, the whole pack, which is full of duck breast meat only. Okay, so very interesting. They also have the duck drumettes. Okay, very interesting. So it becomes very convenient for us. So I just take out 1 packet, which is equivalent to 2 thigh. Okay, 2 thigh here. As you can see, still looks really fresh. You just have to defrost it. And then I have some chicken carcass and chicken bones and legs here. So we are going to mix the two, the duck and the chicken bones. And then just to mellow down the meat flavor a little bit, I'm going to add half of a big onion and some spring onion here. Okay, so let's start making the broth. There are basically 2 steps. The first step is to blanch the meat first.
Remember to click subscribe and notification button for more Appa's video.
Right, why is the purpose for us to blanch the meat? Because especially for any meat that comes together with bones, you need to blanch it. If not, it will have some gaminess. It will give the soup some gamey feeling. And then the second thing is always put your ingredient, the bones or meat, into cold water. Then only you raise the heat. This is the correct way of doing blanching. Not wait until it is boiling, then you put in the meat. Then, if you do that, what's going to happen is that the blanching process will not be very efficient, simply because when the water is too hot and boiling, the protein, the protein on the surface of the meat will actually form a layer that's going to prevent the excessive blood from the bone to release. So you don't want that, Put it inside cold water and some. Oops, no, sorry, accident. This is actually for the soup. But we can give it few pieces of ginger. Let me quickly cut few pieces of ginger here to put it in. You can also put a little bit of Shaoxing wine. If you don't take alcohol, of course, then you can leave it. I'll be putting a little bit of Shaoxing wine just to help to remove the gaminess. Alright, next step, just bring it to a boil and let it boil for about a minute. Then we are done with the first step. So we will come back shortly after it is boiling. Okay, you can see all these forms, the brown color form coming up. All these are the excessive blood, okay, and these are the source of gaminess. So this is how we remove the gaminess of any meat. So what we do here is we can now take it out. Okay, we want to take out all the ingredients here and wash it. Wash away the, it's also called scums, my followers taught me recently. They say this is called scums. So take it out and we can wash the bones, very thoroughly before we use it to cook the soup. Okay, now off the fire. Alright. Okay, so then you will want to heat up a pot of hot water. As to how much water you actually need, what I normally do, my ratio is somewhere around 1 to 2. As in, if I make use, like example, my bones today and the meat today all together is about 1 kg. So I will use 1 to 2 or 1 to 2.5, meaning the water will be somewhere around 2 liter or 2.5 liter. Today I put 2.5 liter. Okay, so I remember there was once my follower put in like 1 kg of meat with 6 liter of water. That is totally too over. Water is too much. You diluted the flavor totally. Okay, so heat up the pot of water here. Then slowly put in the meat and bones. Later we will be eating the duck meat, yeah? Of course. Right. Not forgetting we still have our spring onion. Big onion here. 1 big onion. Then we have the spring onion and few pieces of ginger. Just to help to further reduce the gaminess of the meat. Okay. You don't have to put any salt at all because we are making the broth. Yeah, we are making the stock. So do not put any salt or flavoring into your broth. We will because this broth is supposed to be tasteless, but when it is added into your dish, it will be very, very flavorful. Okay, and you only do your seasoning when you make that particular dish. Today, 2.5 liter, I won't be able to use it all, so I'll be keeping some of it into my fridge so that I can use it as a normal broth. Yeah, which is fantastic. To fry veggie or to do whatever you want also can. As a very good replacement for MSG. This is a natural. This is a natural MSG. All right, so bring this to a boil. After it is boiling, I'm going to cover the lid. After it is boiling, then I'm going to cover the lid and tune down to medium-low and let it slow cook. I'll probably open a little bit. Let it slow cook for about 1.5 hours. Then it's done. Then the broth is done. About 1.5 hours slow cook under medium-low heat. Alright, this is after 1.5 hours simmering under medium-low heat for the stock, the broth. It is actually super fragrant, yeah? So what we do next is to assemble everything together. It is super, super fragrant. Now, if you're using the whole thing for your, the whole pot for your kuay tiaw汤, then you can actually put in some salt and a little bit of sugar to adjust to taste. Yeah, but today I'm going to keep the remaining as stock inside my fridge. So I'm just going to use it whatever I want today. So I will be seasoning it inside the noodle instead. Yeah. So what you do here is you want to blend your noodle. Now I'm actually using the thicker kind of noodle here. It's not so authentic. In Penang, they use the thinner type. Why I don't use the thinner type? Because from where I stay, the thinner type come in a very huge package. I can never finish it, so I settle for the thicker type. Yeah. So what you do here is you just blanch your kuay tiaw. Yeah, your kuay tiaw in the boiling water for about 5 seconds. Then you take it out. It will become something like this. Right? Let me try to adjust the angle a bit for you. So we have some kuay tiaw. Next, I'm going to put in some fish ball. I also blanch it in the boiling water just now. Some fish ball. Next thing is some fried garlic. Okay, I always make my own fried garlic. You can search for my video on how to make it. And pork lard. Of course, if you don't eat pork lard, you can just forget about it. My wife went out for lunch today with her friends, so I'm making for me and my mother-in-law. So only 2 bowls. Okay. Then not forgetting our duck meat. Okay, the duck meat now is really super tender right now, which is very good, yeah. So next thing is, like I said, I'm going to put a little bit of sugar, salt here. Don't use coarse sugar, use fine, salt. Use some fine salt, yeah, very fine salt. Whoops. Okay, use some fine salt here, so that you can dissolve very easily. And I'm going to add a little bit of fish sauce as well, just to give it some umami flavor. This is optional. And then I'm going to pour the broth over. It's still very hot, yeah? The broth is still very hot. Right, here as well. Alright, and some few dashes of white pepper, and it is done. Okay, let me adjust the angle for you a bit so that you can see the noodles clearer, the noodle soup. Alright, now you can see my duck meat kuay tiaw汤 much clearer. So I hope you like my very simple recipe here. If you like my video, do share my video on your Facebook to your friends. Come to Cooking Appa Facebook page to click like and follow button. Follow Appa on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.